Tuesday, the 2nd of July 2002, and balloon man Steve Fossett on track for an Australian touchdown.
Today with Steve Liebmann and Tracy Grimshaw.
And good morning to you. Welcome to the program. Morning, Trace.
Morning, Steve.
Yes, indeed. Millionaire businessman and adventurer Steve Fossett is on target to complete his 6th attempt to circumnavigate the globe after setting off from Western Australia 2 weeks ago. We'll bring you the latest on his extraordinary journey shortly.
Also this morning, the continuing medical indemnity crisis and a national doctor's response. And we catch up with our Navy forces on duty in the Persian Gulf. And before we go to the news, where's Sami today? Morning, Sami.
Good morning, Tracy. Yes, look, we couldn't decide if we wanted to come home or stay in Queensland, so I've sat myself right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. Technically still on the Gold Coast. It's a beautiful sunrise, gorgeous pictures coming your way. Weather-wise, a cold front moving through the south, so we've got some showers for Melbourne, Adelaide and Hobart later on today. I'll have more details and some fabulous surf for you in about 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Sami. And stick around, you'll meet the Japanese football team that is kicking goals in the AFL.
My goodness.
But now it's time for the news. And good morning to the lady in red, Sharyn Ghidella. Hi, Sharyn.
Good morning, Steve, and good morning, everyone. The German press has used Prime Minister Howard's visit to attack Australia's mandatory detention of asylum seekers. However, the PM has played down the criticism, preferring to tell the Europeans what Australia thinks of their trade policies.
In the heart of Germany's financial capital, some of the country's most powerful business leaders dined on Australian lamb as they listened to the Prime Minister sell the merits of the Australian economy.
Last year, we had, I think, the fastest economic growth of any developed country.
John Howard says he won't be raising the sensitive issue of immigration while in Germany, but will, if asked, be defending the government's tough stand on asylum seekers, which has received prominent coverage in the German press.
It certainly confirms my belief that what Australia has done is eminently reasonable and proper and justifiable, and the response of other countries indicates that we understood Australian public opinion and Australia's need better than some of our critics thought.
The last time an Australian Prime Minister visited Germany was in 1995, and it's been more than a decade since an Australian leader was in Frankfurt. And it wasn't just the Australian economy on the agenda when the Prime Minister met with Europe's most powerful banker, the head of the European Central Bank. Willem Duisenberg sets the course of monetary policy for the European Union, the direction of interest rates on the minds of both men during their hour-long talks.
Where he thinks European and world interest rates are going.
In Frankfurt, Nigel Blunden, National 9 News.
A US bomb has exploded in southern Afghanistan, killing members of a wedding party. Up to 250 people may have been killed in the attack by American helicopters and gunships. US authorities say the strike was launched after American forces came under fire. It's believed locals were firing weapons in the area, a common practice during a wedding in rural Afghanistan. The health crisis in Queensland over medical indemnity insurance looks set to spread around the nation. 500 doctors walked off the job yesterday, sending a message to the Beattie government.
There is no question that it's shown the degree of discontent out there amongst doctors.
The AMA now says the action will spread around the country if concerns aren't addressed by the end of the month. Meanwhile, Queensland nurses have rejected a $250 million pay package over 3 years. And in Sydney yesterday, 4 major hospitals were forced to shut down emergency wards to all but life-threatening cases as patients overloaded the system. The nation's largest royal commission into police corruption has begun in Perth with sensational claims that corrupt officers used the police air wing to ferry drugs. It's been alleged that in 1998, the head of Crime Stoppers and several other officers were involved in drug trafficking. It's claimed they stole 950 morphine tablets, sending them to Kalgoorlie disguised as a Christmas present. No charges have ever been laid against the officers. Their lawyer says this will be an opportunity to clear their names.
My clear instructions from them are that they wish to appear in court and give evidence under oath. They've been waiting 3.5 years to do this.
Yep.
It's likely the men will take the witness stand this week. Economists remain split on whether the Reserve Bank will increase interest rates again when it meets later today. It's thought the RBA may move cautiously this month because of recent falls on world stock markets. On the financial markets, our dollar is trading at 56.22 US cents. The Dow Jones index dropped 133 points and Nasdaq plunged 59 to close at a 5-year low. Gold firmed $1.40 and oil slipped 5 cents. Australia's Mark Philippoussis will play his 4th round Wimbledon match tonight after rain delayed play. Fellow Aussie Wayne Arthurs failed to make the quarterfinals, but Leighton Hewitt continued his campaign, winning in straight sets for the 4th consecutive time.
Centre court looked like Australia House as the top seed backed his supporters, breaking Mikhail Yuzny's opening service game. Hewitt powered through the first set and cut to the chase again at the start of the second.
Yeah, great get.
He remained in the fast lane, ripping into the Russian with a lethal mixture of ground strokes for a 2-set lead.
And that's just talent. That doesn't got much to do with fighting spirit. That's just a great forehand.
20 last Tuesday, and it is centre court.